Yo, you having a hard time marketing your business on social media? Let me see if I can help you out. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Big Brando, and today we're going to be talking all about social media, promoting your products, promoting your business, and different strategies that's been working for me. Now, first, let me start by saying this isn't the only way of doing things. There's a million different ways to promote stuff on social media, use social media to your advantage, and crack social media for your business. I'm just here to share what's been working for myself, and hopefully it might work for somebody else. Let me also say that none of this costs any money. The strategies I use are all free. Just requires a little bit of hard work and a little thinking outside of the box. So let's get into it. Now, if you're like me and you've been selling t-shirts online, you'll know that social media plays a big part into exposing what you're selling and introducing your products to your audience. Just because you have an online store and you throw some stuff up on there that's for sale doesn't mean people are already going to be checking for it and searching for it. You have to help those products on your online store by sending a little traffic to it. So what I do is I send all the traffic to my online store through my social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, whatever you're using. I'm trying to send people there anytime they see something of me posted on social media. Now that might sound a little crazy, and we all know this is the idea, but how do you do that? So just by posting your products on your social media page doesn't necessarily mean people are going to go to your online store to check it out. The first thing I would do is stop posting product photos on my social media page. Instead of posting things that I made, I would be posting me making those things. Visually, this makes for better images. Visually, this makes for more entertaining things to watch. It's easier to scroll past a single picture of a t-shirt laying on the floor. Somebody might stop and watch if you're showing the process of you making that t-shirt. The mileage you would get from that video clip would be way better than just a static photo of the t-shirt. So think of it like that, of just instead of posting what you made, post yourself making it. Now, I'm not saying that just because you post one video, a million people are going to buy that t-shirt. You have to be able to keep up with that. Create a habit of yourself filming content. This might seem daunting. This might seem scary. This might seem overwhelming because you got into this business to sell t-shirts and not become a content creator. But in the world of social media and content creation, you kind of have to play both roles. You have to be able to market your stuff. You're marketing on social media. So in reality, you are a content creator. You don't have to be an influencer, but you still have to create content. Now, if you don't want your face on camera, that's fine also. You can always do things by just showing your hands and your arms making the t-shirts. You don't have to be facing a camera, talking to the camera. You could be talking to the camera, but just showing your hands and arms making the shirt. Heat pressing the shirt, weeding up some vinyl, folding the t-shirt. All of those things you can just aim the camera down so you don't have to show your face. But you can always turn making one t-shirt into multiple pieces of content. You could start from the design phase of you creating the design, film that as one piece of content. You cutting down that DTF transfer to get it ready to press, another piece of content. You picking the blank t-shirt that you're gonna press on, another piece of content. You showing yourself pressing the t-shirt, another piece of content. You folding up the shirt and bagging it up for the customer, another piece of content. Now you could take all of those pieces of content that you just did, edit it all down to one, and that's another piece of content from start to finish. Now to go a little bit further, you can always make content about your heat press, what heat press you own, why you bought it, how it's helping you make some money. Make a piece of content about the DTF transfers you use, why you go through that company, what's their pricing like, what's their turnaround time like, another piece of content. Now go into the blank t-shirts. Talk about the different ones that you tried out, which ones you like, which ones you dislike, what's the pricing, what's the turnaround time, are they local to you, where do you live? All of these things are extra pieces of content that you can be creating off of just pressing one t-shirt. Now, I don't know the science behind this, but people that are watching are more interested in seeing somebody make something instead of just being sold something. So if you're just making a video of your process on what you're doing, more people would be likely to watch that more so than just showing the t-shirt you just made that's laying flat on a table, and maybe you put a little plant and some other stuff there to make it look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, but people would be more willing to watch you making that t-shirt than just seeing the t-shirt laying on the table. Now, outside of that, you can always get way more creative on how you do things. If you ever looked at my social media, my Instagram page is Big Brando TV. From the outside looking in, it looks like a whole bunch of stuff is going on. I'm making t-shirts, I'm eating food, I'm doing donut reviews, I'm out drinking beer, I'm riding bikes somewhere. But if you really dial in what I'm doing, you'll understand it. So the donut review thing wasn't by accident. If you look on my page, there's a bunch of these donut reviews. I go around, I'm trying out different donut places around my area, Southern California, Los Angeles. I've been eating donuts around the South Bay for a few months now. The format is the same. I say what donut shop I'm going to, I show the donut shop, I'm using my Ray-Ban Meta glasses to record the interaction of me ordering the donut, and I order the same thing every time. Maple old fashioned and a small black coffee. Am I doing this to become a food influencer? No, I'm not. I'm doing this because I'm using social media to my advantage. People love to share food content on social media. We all do it. Here's a new place popping up. Have you ever tried this place? Look at this new food. We're always sending food stuff to our friends and family all day long. If we're not sending it, we're receiving it. So food gets shared all the time. I understood that years ago when I was promoting stuff like this. This South Bay hoodie right here, when I did it in brown, the way I promoted it was I went around to a lot of South Bay local eateries. I wasn't doing food reviews or nothing, I just showed what I was eating. And in the meantime, when I'm showing my food, my wife would be filming me, but she's really filming the hoodie behind the food. So that way when people share the video of me eating a burrito at this South Bay restaurant, they're being exposed to my South Bay hoodie. Without me selling it, without me saying, yo, go buy my hoodie, I'm using the leverage that the food is getting me to be exposed to the South Bay audience on who I want to sell this to by eating at a South Bay restaurant that's a locally known restaurant being shared amongst the South Bay community. Those are all my target audience. That's who I would want to sell this hoodie to. That's what I do. So a few years ago when I did that, I learned from that and I said, let me do that with these donut shops. It's a little bit more niche down. Donuts, very specific. The donut I'm ordering, very specific, and I'm hitting all of these South Bay donut shops. If you look at the videos, majority of those videos of me making these donut reviews, I'm wearing my South Bay t-shirts, South Bay hoodies, things that I can sell to the people in the South Bay. So that way when these donut videos get shared to other local South Bay people, they're being exposed to my t-shirts, to my hoodies. This is my audience. This is who I want to sell it to. How else are they going to see my stuff? They're now sharing my hoodies and my products without even knowing they're helping me promote my hoodies and products. That's the whole thought process behind what I'm doing. But outside of that, these donut videos are exposing me to other restaurants in the South Bay and turning me into a food content creator because now I'm getting invited by local South Bay restaurants to come and make videos at their restaurants and eat for free or get paid to eat there and stuff like that. There's no downside to that. I'm a fatty, I like to eat, so that's dope as well. But what this also does is it helps me create the habit of creating content all the time. A lot of us get burnt out when you're creating content, you're going, and the ball's rolling really good, and then you hit that like burnout point where you're like, I don't feel like filming nothing. What I'm doing is I'm creating the habit for myself now, training myself to create content out of almost anything. So using the Ray-Ban Metas and stuff like that help me out. It's different ways of recording, but it also allows me to always press record on something. So I started this Big Brando POV page on Instagram. And all that page is really for is to help build the habit of creating content, lock down my editing process, train myself to record more, constantly post, but I'm also testing everything out, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, what captions work, what hooks work, what camera angles work. All of that stuff is just, I need to try it out, see if it works. And if it does, then cool. But it's more about just like getting yourself into the habit of recording what's going on and figuring out ways on how to get people to share your content, right? If you're just posting t-shirt video, t-shirt video, t-shirt video, t-shirt video, and only one or two of them are getting shared every now and then, you want more people to be exposed to your stuff. So I said, why not do this food review? Imagine if you lived down in San Diego and you made t-shirts for people that live in San Diego or that are from San Diego. And let's say there's 1,500 other brands down there making San Diego based stuff. So you're thinking, all right, the game's pretty saturated. It's hard for me to stand out among some of these other bigger creators and bigger brands out there. How am I gonna make a splash into this? And you know you make dope clothes. What I would do, San Diego's known for California burritos. There's a million taco spots and burrito spots down there that sell California burritos. I would go and start eating one burrito a week at different restaurants. Say the burrito's like 10 bucks or something like that. That's $10 a week. You're gonna get a burrito, you're gonna film yourself eating the burrito, reviewing the burrito, talking about the restaurant that you're at, And then the call to action is gonna be, what's your favorite California burrito spot? Let me know in the comments or something like that. This is gonna create the engagement of people saying, yo, you should go to this place, you should go to this place. Comments are building up, but now people are engaged, they're watching. And after you do 2 or 3 of these things, you're gonna be known as the California burrito person. So people are gonna start sharing that. And let's just say you got your San Diego hat in the video, or your San Diego shirt that you sell in the video. Now it's getting shared around and people are being exposed in the San Diego area of your San Diego themed t-shirt that you're trying to sell. But it's catching a free ride on your burrito video. That's exactly what I'm doing with this donut stuff. If I was in New York and I wanted to start promoting my stuff in New York, it's nothing to go around eating pizzas from different pizza spots. Just one slice. What's that? Under $5, depending on where you go. There's a lot of people doing pizza reviews, but you're not worried about doing the pizza review. You're worried about promoting your t-shirt. So you go around to all these different pizza spots, get one slice, eat it, show your shirt, show yourself eating it, show where you're eating at. Let people share those videos to share your t-shirt with the masses. If you're in New Mexico and you're looking at doing videos about green chili or whatever it is, whatever your place is known for, do it. Here in LA, I could do hood burgers. In LA, every other corner has a burger spot. And we're not talking no like McDonald's and stuff like that. I'm talking about just hood burgers, Tams, Tom's, Lucky Star, Yellow Basket, Fabulous, Fantastic. There's burger spots everywhere in LA. And they all sell quarter-pound charbroiled burgers. I could do that with chili cheese fries. I could do that with pastrami chili cheese fries. These are all LA things. I could go to different taco spots, do the same exact thing. Wherever you're from, I'm pretty sure there's food in there where there's a bunch of different spots and people have their favorites. So letting people brag about their favorites, easy call. If I was in Hawaii, I'd be doing different plate lunch places all the time. You could be doing this with coffee. You could do this with matcha. You could do this with beer and breweries. There's so many different things that you can be doing to leverage your products and promote them to your core audience without having to be too salesy. You don't have to say, yo, go buy my shirts. You're just trying to get the exposure. It's all about brand awareness. Think of it like product placement. You basically want to send your t-shirts to a celebrity or a huge influencer just so you can get the leverage off of their celebrity of them wearing your t-shirt so their following can see. This is the same exact thing, but in this case, you're the influencer. You're putting your own t-shirt on, creating the content, and the shareability is driven by food. That's all it is. And if you think I'm lying, look at my Instagram page, Big Brando TV. You'll see all of these dumb donut reviews that I'm doing. But look what I'm wearing. Some of them I'm not wearing it because I don't want it to come off like too much of a sales pitch because people will catch on. But every now and then I might be wearing a regular Dodger cap or I might just be wearing a black t-shirt. But the next video for sure has me wearing a South Bay t-shirt or a LA hat that I made or a South Bay hoodie or the West Side shirt or something that I've made. It's all it is. So if you wanted to see how all of this works, check out Big Brando TV on Instagram. If you wanted to see other things that I'm testing out, check out Big Brando POV. That's where everything is filmed off of the Ray-Ban Metas. And you can see how I'm doing that. It's really different titles I'm using, different captions I'm using. I'm just testing a bunch of different things out just to see what works and what doesn't work. I really utilize all of these things that I'm telling you guys about. I do it in real life. The proof is always there. You can always check my social media and see what I'm working on. Sometimes it comes off confusing to a lot of people, but it's just me testing things out to see what works and what doesn't work. But it's mainly so I get a better understanding on how this stuff works and how I can use it to my benefit. But it all starts with testing. You have to test the stuff out to see. Everything isn't foolproof. Everything isn't gonna be a home run. But where I'm seeing a lot of success right now is with these donut videos. So I doubled down on the donut videos and now I'm making a bunch of them so I can promote my stuff and sales start ramping up. That's all it is. Like I said, I haven't figured out social media. I don't know the ins and outs. I haven't cracked the code on it. I'm just doing what's been working for myself and I'm kind of sharing that with you guys because if it works for me, it might work for you. Hopefully this information right here helps somebody out. Or hopefully you send this to somebody to help them out because this is how I've been making 100% of my sales lately. It's driven off of social media, donut videos, and me showing the process on how I'm packing up stuff, shipping out orders, pressing t-shirts, embroidering hats. That's how I've been making 100% of my online sales through this type of content on my social media. So remember, if it works for me, it might work for you. If you have questions about anything I talked about here, please leave it in the comments. You can always follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV, if you wanted to. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.